Hi everyone, thank you for joining me in the temple today. For today's reading, we're pretty much going to leave it open. This is going to be a message or a sign from Spirit, from Source, God, Creator for you. So it's going to be pretty open. We're just going to see what message wants to come through for you all today. So we have 3 pile choices to choose from. I've also paired them with a little symbol. So for number 1, we have this dove. It's a little bird. The symbol for pile number 2 is it appears to be a little fairy or an angel. And for pile number 3, there's this symbol here. Is that the trifecta, I believe? Yeah, y'all can just correct me below. My brain is not picking up on that one. All right. Use your intuition into which pile has a message for you. You can be drawn to more than one. Just follow your intuition. Take what resonates and leave the rest. They're meant for someone else. Don't try to force things to fit if they don't resonate with you. Okay, the timestamps are going to be listed in the description box below, and I'll see you all at your readings. Pile number 1. So these are this is your message, your sign from Spirit, some guidance for you today. These are going to be general. We're going to leave them open. We have bloom where you are planted. So this is the card that you are drawn to here. Something about securing, feeling safe, feeling grounded, feeling rooted where you are now. Feeling safe and secure. What else? We have 15 message in a bottle. Okay. Time for a nap. Okay, definitely. You're being asked to ground, to rest, to be open to receive. There's some information coming in. Some of you are going to be receiving some information, message, guidance, support. And it requires you to be, to nurture yourself at the moment, to be in that receptive energy, to be in that flow state. And what is really wild is we have card number 6, we have 15, another 6, and then 24 with another 6. So we have 666. That is not a scary number as a lot of people would like to have the collective think. It's actually a very sacred number. 6 connects us to love, our material comfort, to our home life, creating that nurturing environment and family, having harmony and peace in our lives. And 666 says that your thoughts need to be refocused, and a reminder that you are to reconnect to your spirituality here, to nurture yourselves more, to feel comfortable where you are right now in your life, and to nurture yourself in this moment. We have mysticism. Okay, yeah, the crown chakra, completion and expansion. Nice. Okay, so you have completed something. You have done a lot of work. I feel like you've brought a lot of healing into your life, healing to some of your roots. Maybe you've been releasing and overcoming old belief systems, saying goodbye to old versions of yourself, old ways of seeing things. This could be also walking away from somebody. And we have expansion. You're growing, you're moving forward. You're with the mysticism and expansion. I feel like there's some growth in your connection to who you are, to your truth, and also some healing in the sacral chakra. So some emotional healing has taken place. and it's opening you up to being more receptive, to being more intuitive, more psychic, expanding your psychic abilities here. We have the sun shining on the horizon. We have the shaman. Yeah, you've healed. You're healing from something, which is why you're being asked to just nurture yourself right now, because you've completed a cycle. You've completed a healing journey. Oh my goodness, the roosters. All right, I'm going to pause real quick. Okay. Completed a healing journey. And you should be so proud of yourself, because healing can be very hard sometimes, especially when we have to say goodbye or let go of, people we love, or we have to walk away from certain relationships, old versions of ourselves, old comfort zones, in order for us to expand and bloom and become someone new. So I feel like you have put the work in, and you are at the end of a journey, and you're about to move on into a new phase of life, a new chapter. So take some time right now, pile number one, to rest, to nurture yourself, to meditate more, to just allow yourself to be guided, to be in a flow state of being guided along the journey, to be open and receptive to receiving messages and guidance going forward. We got your tea leaves. We have Jug, lighthearted, carefree time. Yeah, it's time to pour into your cup a little bit, to pause, to rest before moving on to the next chapter here. You're in a phase of completion, and this means there's an integration process that takes time for you to, it's like almost like a self-review, a class review, right? You have graduated from this lesson, and now we're gonna look back over the timeline, the experience, that whole, from beginning of the class to the end, everything that you have learned and overcome and moved through, all the challenges, all the accomplishments. It's that life review. So it's a reassessment, and then it's an integration of all the lessons learned, all the experience and the wisdom that is gained, and it's accumulating. And so you have to take some time out in order for those energies to recalibrate, so that you can be more rooted, more balanced, more stable before moving ahead. So pour into your own cup here. We have the ladder, moving forward to another level, expanding, getting closer to a goal, achieving success, expanding. And we have June coming through as a time card here. We have the Ram, a stubborn, aggressive person. No, I feel like this could be initiating something new here in June. Like right now, you're being asked to be open to receiving and integrating and overcoming, filling your own cup, and then to move ahead in June with the Ram here. I'm getting Aries energy, Mars energy, action versus a stubborn, aggressive person. I mean, this could be somebody that you've had to say goodbye to, or what you're walking away from is the need to continue to push through. And even when you're tired, or when you need rest, it's learning what your body needs, what your energy levels are telling you. Even though you may not be aware, your body's always communicating to you. These are messages, they're signals of, I need rest, you need to recuperate. Your body's doing things that you can't even perceive right now, because you've overcome something, you've healed something, and there's this alchemical transformation that takes place in our minds, in our emotional bodies, that we can't see. So like there's this cleansing that takes place where the old energies get, they kind of get burned up. They have to be purified and cleansed and removed, so that the new blueprint, the new phase of life, the new class can be like downloaded or activated for you to now begin on another journey, right? So we're closing a chapter and beginning something new. And instead of pushing ahead, it's time actually to rest for a minute and to acknowledge how far you've come and what all you've been through. We have the flag. Yeah, do not be tempted to lower your standards. No, I feel like this is the goal, the achievement here. And we also have the crib. Birth, conception of a child, or an enterprise. Yeah, this new beginning. Look at that. We have this accomplishment and then something new here, okay? Accomplishing a goal, reaching that finish line. And then we have this new beginning, giving birth to something new. So yeah, you're in the in-between right now. You're in the space of learning and becoming something new. You know, taking the lessons learned and moving forward, expanding, growing, completing a chapter, finishing healing, shedding that final skin. All right, let's get a couple of the tarot for you guys. This is your message in a bottle that you need to take some time to rest, to nurture yourself. You're at the phase of completion. Lean into your intuition, to your inner guidance, to your psychic abilities. What are your psychic senses telling you? You perhaps have already been receiving these messages. You may have been, ignoring them. And we have the Lovers, yeah, okay, connections, relationships, openness, open your heart, choices, decisions. With the High Priestess, yes, okay. Between worlds, union between worlds. Yes, this is the healing and integration of the past, of the lessons, of the fears, like the shadow, the healing. It's the integrating of the shadow, the healing aspect, the coming together, coming into union, having love for the experience of what you've been through, learning to nurture yourself, loving yourself, overcoming the past. And we have the Three of Wands. Yes. Look at that. And we have these couples, the healing of the duality, the healing of the shadow, healing of a big lesson is complete. Just more confirmation here. Moving forward, leveling up, ascending, progress on the path here. All right, we have the Ace of Coins, okay, this is that seed of potential, the seed of growth. Yeah, okay. You're in that nurturing phase. It's nurturing the seeds, nurturing yourself, holding your intentions for healing, for growth, for love, for nurturing energies, feeling more secure. The Ace of Coins can also be, that new beginning for you. A whole new lifestyle, a whole new phase of life, new journey. This could also be meeting somebody new. We have the Ace of Swords. Sorry, new ideas coming in. A new way of seeing things. A truth, seeing the truth, cutting through the illusions. Yeah, strong communication. And then we have the Five of Cups. We'll end on that one. Grief, sadness, letting something go, things that didn't work out. Yeah, you're being asked not to resist the change, to let it go, to mourn, you know, the old version of self or the things that didn't work out. Have empathy and love for all that you have overcome and been through. And then you have the Ten of Swords. Yeah, it's the end, the final chapter, the final release of letting go of the old, of the loss, the sadness, the emotional pain of the past, you know, of holding on to any fears or doubts, whatever has been healed. This is, you've reached the final end of the chapter. You're at a place of completion and integration of all the lessons learned, okay? I mean, that's what your oracle cards and your tarot cards are. They're mimicking one another. They're both just confirming. This is where you are. All right, we have where you are is where it's at. That's so wild. Okay, stay still until you are divinely moved. Okay, beautiful confirmation coming through. And we have card number 14, which is a 5, life lessons, change, transformation, adventure, freedom, a new experience, movement, transformation, and authenticity. Beautiful. Okay, and so it also says stay still until divinely moved. And we have June coming out here. So something about June is important here. Pay attention in June. Some divine message is going to be coming in for you. Ooh, and it says, and you have the bloom. Okay, so you're going to be blooming in June. These seeds, this nurturing energy pouring into your own cup, nurturing yourself, taking care of yourself right now as you continue to release and heal and overcome. And around June is a whole new beginning. A whole new chapter is going to begin around June. This is where all the work you've done, all the nurturing, all the investment, you're going to see it come to bloom in June, okay? What else did you have? We have North Star. Flip your inner light switch. There we go. Follow your divine, your authentic self, your true life, your purpose, your destiny, what you're meant to be doing. Let your light guide you forward. Let your heart be your guiding light. Dreams, wishes come true. Your North Star, you know. Shine your light. We also have Make the Grade with Flying Colors. Wow, I love that this came through because I use the school metaphor with y'all. So remember, you signed up for this. Oh, that's hilarious. Okay, so here's the thing. I know it can be hard sometimes when we go through certain experiences and we feel like, you know, especially when we hear, well, you chose this, you know, you knew what you were signing up for. You knew everyone that was going to be on the journey with you. You knew who was going to play a friend, who was going to be your challenger, you know, to push you to the edge or to teach you hard lessons about where you don't have boundaries or how you're not loving yourself enough, where you're seeking for outside approval. You know, we make these contracts with these souls, with these other individuals before we incarnate. So we know everybody we're going to meet. We know every obstacle, every challenge, every word of advice and wisdom that's going to be shared along the way. This is all like written in our destiny and our chart before we even incarnate. So there are certain experiences that you signed up for, that you wanted to experience so that you could attain this wisdom, so you can then teach and share this wisdom with others, and share your experience. This is what I experienced. I was born into this. I was taught this. I had this experience and it made me feel like this, and then I believed that. And then I had to overcome all of that, peel back those layers, and then relearn, reteach myself, you know, the truth, and then discover the truth that I had, you know, buried underneath all the feelings of pain and doubt and, you know, feeling unworthy and unloved and lost, or, you know, just sad in general, pain in general, searching for something, and it was something that was hidden within you all along, you know, and you just had to go within and remember and rediscover it. And so you have overcome something. You've overcome a big lesson in life, and now you're being asked to just take some time to nurture yourself and take care of yourself right now and process everything that you've been through. Take the lessons learned and to move forward. And you're moving forward when you are being guided to move forward. Don't push ahead when all the signs are telling you to pause right now. Pause, reflect, go within, nurture yourself, and then move when you're divinely guided to move. And we have a timing of around June for you, pile number 1. All right, you guys, that is your message for today. Thank you all for joining me in the temple. Like and subscribe to my channel if this reading resonated with you, or if you like my readings. Comment below if you feel like sharing your story, or just let me know that this reading resonated with you. Sending y'all lots of love. Take care and have a blessed day. Welcome, pile number 2. This is your message. These are going to be general. We're going to open them up to see what message wants to come through for you all today. And you were drawn to the angel / little fairy little symbol, and this card that says wanted universe creators. Beautiful. We have cells, organs, body, species, planet, solar system, and galaxy. So look at the phases of growth here, how we start out. Okay. Expansion, growth, universe, creators, wanted. So I'm going to assume this is a little angel. So I feel like some of you are starseeds, you are earth angels, and you came here to help bring, to create something here on the planet. You have a mission. Some of you feel like starseeds. Definitely some starseeds here. We have the thinker. And we have card number 31, so 4. Divine masculine logic, thinking, stability. We have a lot of squares. Perhaps some of you have been wanting to know what it is you're here to create, what you're meant to be doing. We have peace. Okay, you're meant to create peace. Some of you are here to create peace. Look, we have a little dragon. Wait, is that a dragon? No, it's a bird. Okay, bird. We had a symbol. Number 1 had a bird for the symbolism. Some of you could have messages in pile number 1, or you could be coming over from pile number 1 because the energy is being present in this card. 25. So something is changing. You're here to bring change. All to live from your heart. Look, and we have destiny. This is your destiny. You're here to bring change, to bring peace to the planet, to bring more love, to bring more heart-centered energies, healing. This looks like a pregnant woman here. Healing to generations. Overcoming duality here. Ooh, I'm so happy for you guys. We have perfection, growth, and infusion. Okay, yeah, so some of you may be worried about what it is you're wanting, what it is you're meant to create. Perhaps you're focusing too much on the way it looks or how it has to be presented. Maybe you are a bit of a perfectionist about things, and it may be preventing you from moving forward, preventing you from growing, or stepping into that place of creating. Yeah, we have a little bit of the, I'm not sure what the gray is. These are the chakra cards. I'm not sure what gray is. I think it's a fear about, or you're confused about what it is you're meant to create, what you're meant to grow in your life. The Father. Spending too much time in the mind, I'm hearing. Pile number 2, yeah. You're spending too much time in your mind, overthinking things, a little too much of being a perfectionist here about what it is that you're meant to create, and you're meant to listen to the heart more. You're being asked to tune into your heart and to start from there, to make peace with the past, or make peace with what may not be to the standard or the level that you want it to, but you can continue to grow that. You know, it's just getting it out there, get moving, get going, and begin creating something, and the path will open up for you, because it's your destiny. You're meant to do this. It's why you came here. It's your purpose. We have the arrow. You are on the right path regarding some aspect of your life. I feel like, you know, the arrow is to focus on your vision, focus on gratitude, and focus on achieving your destiny here. You also have the eye, psychic ability, trust your intuition. Yes, trust what you can't see. You know, trust that this growth, whatever it is that you're wanting to create and nurture, you're being asked to focus on this. Let's actually move the arrow down here. Yeah, I feel like you focus too much on trying to be perfect, instead of just listening to your intuition and being guided by your heart. We have the unicorn. Use your intuition, again, your intuition, to make beneficial changes. There's something unique that you have with the unicorn here. There's a unique ability, something unique that you're meant to create, something that was gifted to you by a source creator, something that only you can bring to the earth, and it comes from your heart. We have the teapot, deep friendship with someone of the same sex here. You know that song? I'm a little teapot, short and stout. Here's my handle, here's my spout. When I get all steamed up, hear me shout. Tip me over and pour me out. Ooh. I feel like you're going to be filled with divine inspiration. I'm also getting genie in a bottle. Making a wish and it coming true. Okay, let's see what else we have. We have the claw. Be careful, don't take risks. We have the bell, an announcement. And then we have the tortoise. Move slowly, surely to get ahead. Okay. The bell, the claw. Try to get this so if y'all need to take pictures. Be careful. Don't take risks. Okay, so if you've been contemplating making a choice right now and it's a little risky and you're a little confused about it, we have a message coming through not to make the choice, not to choose right now, to follow your intuition, trust that you're going to be guided to the right path ahead. Take your time, connect to your intuition again, and listen to the guidance that's being offered to you. Look beyond what's being presented to you at the moment. There may be something hidden that you don't see, that hasn't been revealed yet. you're moving forward. Yeah, it's time to move forward at a slower pace. I mean, and that could be something that's confusing you. Things are moving forward, and it may be something that's a little out of your vision at the moment, but it requires you to be trusting, to trust what you can't see, that there is forward movement. And to be grateful for the growth that you have. I mean, we have growth coming through. We have gratitude. All right, let me see what else. You will be grateful. Like if you do find yourself stuck, you know, which I do feel like you're stuck, you're not sure which way to go, you're afraid. Which is funny because we have, you know, this perfectionism. You want things to be careful. And we have the take your time, go slowly before going ahead, but also be careful not to take risk, right? So pay attention to when your alarm bells are going off, when you're feeling the urge to when you start to get confused, okay? Because that's how you know you're probably not on the right path, that there is something that that you're not seeing, which is why it requires you to trust and lean into your intuition and trust that positive changes are ahead. All right, let's consult the tarot. Let's see if we can get some more further confirmation here. We have eclipse here. Okay. Emotional cleanse is taking place at the moment. We also have a timing here of 3 months. So there may be something that's coming to the surface for you. Something where a choice or a decision has to be made. Which is why you're being asked not to take any risk right now. To patiently move forward. Something is going to be, something from the subconscious mind is going to be revealed. Something hidden is going to come to light. You're going to see the situation. You're going to see the choice clearly. We also have the end of something as well. I'm not sure if this is even on my camera over here, is it? Yes, okay, good. So some changes coming. Maybe you've been wanting peace in your life, contemplating peace, and you're like, oh my goodness, please, please. And peace is coming. We have the High Priestess here. Yeah, the subconscious mind again. You're going to be, a truth is going to be revealed. Something's going to be illuminated for you. And this could be the path or what you're meant to be creating, what you're meant to be doing. You're finally going to move in that direction. Or your heart's desire is going to be revealed. You know, you're going to be like, oh my goodness, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. We have the Hermit. Yeah. Going within, seeking the light, finding the truth, inner growth, resolution, yes, things coming to light. Woo-hoo, more confirmation. All right, so if you're in a state of confusion and there's a choice and a decision, don't make that choice right now. Something's going to be revealed to you. And in the coming months, it's going to help you to make that choice. It's going to help you step out of a place of confusion, of not understanding why, you know, things aren't working out for you or why the path has been very challenging. Oh my goodness, and we have, well, it came out summer solstice here. The pinnacle of success, a few weeks. Cause for celebration. full peak of potential, full bloom here with the peace. I feel like whatever this egg here, the egg, the fertility, the potential for growth, for healing, for, you know, whatever this creation is, whatever it is, your destiny here is going to be revealed. Yeah, coming to full peak here. The light is going to be revealed. And we have the Queen of Coins. Beautiful. Okay. This is some happiness, feeling prosperous. Somebody who is able to create a financial stability for themselves, a secure foundation where you feel more grounded, more connected to your truth. Yeah, physical abundance, happiness, grounded creations here. Yeah, the full peak of potential there. Let's get one final more. Yeah, knowing your worth, knowing your value, knowing the truth, knowing your purpose. Final card, we have the the Four of Coins. Ooh, material. Okay. 4 coins, yeah. It's usually about somebody who conserves or holds on to their material possessions, you know, or their finances, their money, holding on to things too tightly, or even like scarcity mindset. I feel like that is going to be shifting, because we have the Queen of Coins, and she's saying that you won't have to worry about, you know, holding on to everything and trying to be perfect, or things needing to be perfect. You'll be able to create that foundation for yourself, to create that abundance, to create this, and to manifest this, your destiny. Your destiny is not to be without, or to feel like you have to hold on to things out of fear. So if this has to do, whatever choice or decision that you have to make here, this is what you're going to be releasing. You're letting go of the need to hold on so tightly to something that's no longer serving you. Yeah, I feel like there is a choice you're going to have to make. And ultimately, I feel like you're going to choose wisely. You're going to listen to your intuition. You're going to follow your heart, and you're going to step into your destiny here, because the truth is going to be revealed. The path's going to be revealed, and you will no longer need to worry about where you are or having to hold it all together. Let me get you another one, because I don't want to end on the Four of Wands, you know. You won't have to worry about where your stability comes from. Will be something that you anchor within your own self. You'll be able to create it for yourself. Okay. The Five of Coins. Yeah, rejection, harsh conditions. Yeah, okay, so that was it. You're not sure where you're supposed to apply your skills and your talents, and how to create a life for yourself that you could be financially stable, right? So what am I supposed to do? What am I here to create for myself that's going to bring me that financial security? I got you now. The message is coming full circle. You will be stepping into your destiny here. So you won't have to worry anymore. There will be no more confusion. You won't have to worry about things being, you know, a certain kind of way in order for you to step into what you want to create for yourself, to what you're here to create and share with the world. going to get you some oracle cards, some final oracle cards to close your reading out. Let's see what other messages and signs want to come through for you all. Pile number 2, please. Final messages, guidance they need to hear. Alright, we have this one, and that one. Okay, so you have the rewards. Celebrate your magnificence. Nice. Card number 3. We have say yes to your higher calling. Be a human! Exclamation mark. Beautiful. And your final card says the call. Honor the whisper of your soul. Ooh, okay. Your destiny is calling. Something is going to be revealed to you. Your path, your destiny, what you're here to create is calling you. So that is going to be this beautiful blessing that comes in where you're going to be fulfilling your purpose, your destiny, why you signed up, why you came here, you know, why did you answer the call, what were you here to do. That's all going to be revealed to you within the next 3 months. We had summer coming through. We're actually fixing to be in spring at the moment. So if I'm not sure, I haven't looked further ahead than the spring eclipse is in a few weeks. So I'm not sure when the next lunar eclipse is, but you do have, there's some kind of deep emotional change that's going to take place here by the summer solstice. All right, you could be fully living out your destiny and stepping into your higher calling by then. Okay. All right, pile number 2. These were your messages for today. Thank you all so much for being here in the temple with me. Please like and subscribe to my channel if my readings resonate with you. Comment below if you feel like sharing your story, or just let me know that this reading resonated with you. If you would like a reading with me, please, you can contact me through my email listed in the description box below. And I'll see you all in future readings. Take care and have a blessed day. Hi, pile number 3. Okay, so you were drawn to this beautiful symbol. I believe it is the Triquetra. I'm not sure how to say the word. I'm probably butchering it. All right, and these are going to be your messages. We're leaving these open to see what wants to come through. And you have every cycle is a higher opportunity. Yeah, look at the spirals we have. So I feel like you're at a stage of evolution. You're moving on, ascending higher on the path where you ultimately will find your center. So some of you may already be at the center point of the journey, coming to the peak of something. Let's see what your other cards want to reveal. We have Thinker. The labyrinth of the mind here. You know, when we are on the path of ascension, this is a journey that we have to walk, and we enter into a dance almost with the cosmos, with the universe, where we ascend along the journey. And it appears that we're coming back to the beginning point, but we're actually just almost observing where you've come from and looking backwards as you ascend above. So there's always this higher viewpoint. It's almost like see it as a tunnel where you're moving and ascending along the journey, but you still have this higher perspective where you can look down or look over what you have been through. So maybe some of you are looking at the journey, contemplating the journey. You have no place like home. Aww. Maybe some of you are missing your home. Maybe you're missing your place in the stars. Coming home to yourself, to your center. Ooh, and you have destiny coming through. Bittersweet and grief. Okay. Oh, yeah. I feel like some of you are looking back on maybe old childhood memories, or, you know, things that you've overcome, things you've had to let go of, things you've been through. Maybe there's a little bit of looking back on the past and relationships, or time that passed that you may not have been aware of, that you wish you could go back to, you know, and be more present in the moment, more aware. So there's a little bit of grief about the past. No place like home. I wonder what this destiny is. Every cycle is a higher opportunity. So something about an opportunity and a destiny here. Okay, let's see what else we have. Ooh, we have the Starborn. The egg that's cracking open here. Something to be revealed. Starborn typically it represents a being who's come from the stars with a certain purpose. So if you feel like you have a mission, or there's a reason why you're here, you know, like you have a particular destiny, and maybe there is this like longing for home that you have, or this contemplation, maybe too much time in the mind space, or too much time being spent on the past, and you know where you've been, where you come from. And there's you know, we go through experiences to help us to learn, to grow. We're always moving forward, but you can always, you know, of course, revisit the past in your heart. But you're not meant to stay there. You know, you're meant to continue walking. Don't get stuck in the mind here. Ooh, the Anima Mundi, or Anima Mundi. This is the everything. The recognize. Okay, let me get the other card here. We have arrows. All right. It's recognizing your relationship to all of your experiences on this journey. You have been through certain things, you've walked a certain path, you've had certain experiences, certain losses, certain challenges for specific reasons. And everything that you have been through is an accumulation of like love. Whether we can see it or not, you know, everything is always guiding us back to our center, back to wholeness. Everything originates from love, even though it appears at the time, like when we are experiencing hardship, right? Or we're experiencing challenges. They are for our growth, for our understanding, for our expansion, for our unification of the duality, of the shadow, of the illusion, of the parts of us that we don't understand. And I feel like now you're being asked to acknowledge where there may have been separation, where we try to, you know, because in the 3D on the earth plane, everything, you know, there's different colors of the rainbow. Everything has a certain vibration, a certain frequency. Each experience has its own, you know, tone and feeling, from, you know, sadness, anger, and rage, to bliss, to compassion, to love, you know, desire, all those things. Each one has a different scale, an ascending scale. Everything is always ascending. And so we have the base, you know, the very bottom, and then we have the top, right? And what the goal is to unify those aspects and see that there is no separation, that it's all represents the one. It all comes from the one creator. It all is part of the divine creation, and that there is no separation, that everything is whole and complete and part of the whole. And some of you, this may have to do with a relationship. A relationship with someone else, feeling safe. But I also feel like this is being safe with who you are, feeling at home in your body, feeling at home here on the planet. Let's see what your tea leaves say. We have the scales. Keep your life in balance. Okay. We have a bird perched, waiting for news, package, and a letter. Pause. Balance. We have the jug, lighthearted and carefree. Okay. At this moment, though, I feel like there's this coming togetherness. Things coming together, but I feel like there is a little bit of grief or sadness about moving forward on the journey. We have the hills, obstacles to overcome, and we have a fair woman. Dealings or relationship with a woman with blonde, gray, or white hair. Okay, so maybe some of you are mourning maybe your mother, a grandmother, a relationship with a partner. This could be even a sibling. Whoever this fair woman is in your life, I feel like there is a little bit of sadness looking back over the relationship that you may have had. Maybe you felt like that they were meant to be your partner, that they were your soulmate, and things didn't work out. Maybe you've been waiting to hear from them. You're waiting to hear from them. I also see maybe some of you have been contemplating the relationship that you may have with this individual. Maybe you think that that it's your destiny to be together. Maybe you feel safe with this individual. They help you to expand your mind, expand your perceptions. They help guide you through, your challenges, through your grief and your pain. Yeah, some of you could be meeting a spiritual advisor, teacher, partner, etc. that you're going to have this beautiful connection with, is going to help you overcome, your sadness, what you've been through. They're going to help. It's going to be pretty balanced. Yeah, they're going to help you find your balance. You're going to have a lot of fun with this individual. I see a lot of carefree time. You're going to feel carefree when you're with them. They make you feel loved. They make you feel seen. A couple different messages coming through with these cards. You guys just take what resonates for y'all. These are general readings. Like I said, there's going to be, it's open. So a couple different guidance coming through in these piles here. Let's get the tarot, see if we can get some further clarification. This might tune it up a little bit. Okay, chopping the cards. Oops, I'm sorry. Hopefully that didn't just bump the camera. All right, we have the Three of Swords. Okay, yeah, there's some emotional pain. So it's okay, you can see those, yes. What else? We have the Queen of Coins. Okay, knowing your worth and your value. All right, so some of you are walking away from a relationship, and some of you are stepping into a relationship. So you've had to say goodbye to the overstepping of boundaries, and you're being asked to acknowledge the time that you spent, but it's time for you to move on, to move forward. There's a new cycle of growth and opportunity for a more balanced, more stable relationship, and to let go of what didn't work out. Everything has a purpose, has deeper meaning, and you're always being guided to love. So let go of the old so that you can step into this new. And some of you are going to be meeting up with somebody along the path who's going to serve as a guide, a teacher, someone who helps remind you of your worth and your value, because they acknowledge it, they see it. Waiting, something you've been waiting for, the balance, the stability, the financial, emotional support is going to be coming in. Pile number 3. Okay. We have the 4 of Cups. Yeah, feeling like you missed opportunities. Feeling like you've missed out. Maybe you're not very satisfied at the moment with where you are. This can also be a little bit of depression coming through with the grief, holding on to resentment, holding on to anger. You've been already contemplating this and knowing that there's something that you need to do. We have the Hanged Man. Yep. A new perspective is going to help you shift. There's going to be an aha moment. You're just going to all of a sudden wake up and see the truth, see where you've been guided. You're going to see through the illusion. You're going to be able to release what you've been holding on to. You're going to be able to surrender and let go. Yeah, and where this is new love coming in, you'll be able to let go and move on. And enjoy a new experience with somebody who truly sees, your heart and wants to walk the journey with you. A whole new cycle, a new opportunity for love. Let's get one more of these for you guys. And we have the 6 of Coins. Nice. Giving and receiving. I love that. Yeah, somebody who is more about like giving you the same type of love that you offer, they're going to match your energy. So the more you love yourself, the more they're going to pour into your cup as well. Versus where it wasn't a balanced relationship and it wasn't a balanced in giving and receiving. Maybe you were just met with constant, obstacles one by one. There was always a challenge. It wasn't easy. Like you had to constantly battle to be in this relationship, or battle your fears about being good enough, or battle the fears of, afraid to change, wishing things were different, wishing you could go back and, do things differently. And I feel like it has you suspended, where you're too much in the mind and maybe not able to make a choice to move forward, to let the past be the past, to move on, and to accept what is filling the gap. Because here's the thing, as we let go of the old, and we let go of what's not serving us, what's not our highest potential, or the deepest, more fullest amount of love that we deserve, when we learn to let go of the crumbs, the breadcrumbs that we've been settling for, then and only then, when we let go, can we receive what it is we're worthy of and what we're deserving of. So as you heal, as you grow and you release, you open a door for new opportunities, for new beginnings, for the new version of yourself to step onto a new path, to then be met with this new, like new love, new opportunities, more growth, a different type of relationship. But you have to acknowledge the, you know, the lessons that you've learned. You have to be more aware, more perspective, more selective on what you're selling for, more aware of your worth and your value. Okay, because you deserve love too. Pile number 3, you deserve the love that you're seeking. You deserve the love that you're putting in. Every cycle is a higher opportunity. I don't think we really got the destiny part through. What were you born for? Cracking open. Giving birth to a new version of yourself. One that's more loving, that cares about themselves. Alright, let's get some final. Ooh. Okay, we have the Dream Sanctuary. Attend to the simple things. Okay, so dream. Something about dream. An opportunity for a dream come true. Yeah, the accumulation of everything. No place like home. Yeah, some of you may, you long for returning to, Source Creator, to being back in your spiritual body. But there's a reason, there's a purpose. You have a destiny here. There's something that you're meant to do, something you're meant to learn. It's part of your path. We have stop and take in the view. Take stock of the treasures that you've earned. Okay. So you've gone as far as you can with this experience or with this person on the journey. And you're being asked to pause, to take time to look over your life, to look over everything that you've been through, everything you've created in your life thus far, and take stock. What is it that you want to continue to bring forward on the path with you, or to bring forward into a relationship? And what are some things that you'd like to change? What are some things you need to let go of? What is a new approach that you want to take going forward? Is there a particular dream that you've been denying yourself? Is there something that you haven't had the courage to embody? All right, you got 2 more cards. Everybody else got 3s and you got 4. So let's see what we have. Oh, you got 5. Discover your superpower. Access 100% of your mojo. Okay, so there is something hidden that you're meant to create here. Something you're meant to do. And it's a superpower of yours. It's a gift. So you may be unlocking a gift, a hidden gift in this experience. And your mojo. That can be your heart, You have Knights of the Round Table. Let their love lift you higher. Ooh. I think I'm going to read that one from the guidebook. Let me look at this other one. We have How Much Good Can You Handle? Explore the upward spiral of grace. Ooh, I love that we have the spiral here. So you are ascending, you're moving forward. But you have to be open and you have to be receptive to receiving it. I'm so grateful we have that, because we have the Hangman's, things shifting around, things rebalancing, the scales shifting in your favor, where all the love that you have given that wasn't, appreciated, that wasn't received in the light that it was given, it's all going to be returned to you. Oh. And you deserve it, pile number 3. Give me just a second. I'm going to get the guidebook real quick. Okay, the Hero's Journey. Knights of the Round Table. It says, envision the people you most admire now and throughout history, seated at a round table with you and your life as their sole focus. Allow your personal Knights of the Round Table to offer guidance on your current circumstances, goals, and aspirations. Lean on their strength, knowing it is a sign of courage, not weakness, to be buoyed by visible and invisible ones who love you. Feel the unique way they infuse you with a direct transmission of wisdom from on high. Marinate in their individual and collective brilliance. Allow yourself to feel, sense, and see genius gently yet powerfully wrapping itself around you, lifting you higher than you could ever do on your own. Your mantra: with my personal Knights by my side, I am protected, loved, lifted, and carried. And it says, show me a successful individual and I'll show you someone who didn't want for positive influences in his or her life. I don't care who you are or what you do for a living. If you do it well, I'm betting there was someone cheering you on and showing you the way. Okay, so you're being guided, you're being protected, you're being supported in the stepping into your superpower. And again, how much good can you handle in your life? And it says, when blessings come in, stop holding your breath and waiting the other shoe to drop. You no longer need to feel that you're begging gifts from the universe. May your prayer not be for more, but that you have the eyes to see what you've always wanted is what you've always had. Perhaps you had thought it was cute to be coy and self-effacing when given a compliment or acknowledgement or appreciation. It is time to open your heart, breathe deeply, and receive blessings, knowing it's not just about you or for you. With every gift you receive, you can give back to life. It is an energy exchange, a perpetual spiral of appreciation that leads to more to appreciate. This spiral circulates upward, escalating you into higher realms of consciousness. Instead of questioning what you did to deserve all this goodness, pray to become more aware of and receptive to the blessings in your life. I love that. More confirmation about the spiral and ascending upwards and onwards and blessings coming in. And, we have this individual here, it says bittersweet, but there's this, make a wish, and instead of being unsure and I don't deserve this, and how could someone like me, be somebody that is important or has this destiny, and instead just to open yourself up to receive and to acknowledge where you're being appreciated more, and to appreciate yourself more and believe in yourself more, to know your worth and your value, and to know that you deserve good things and it's okay to receive. Stop and take in the view. Stop and appreciate how far you've come and all that you've been through, and the love and the light that you have within your being. And so when the universe blesses you with something, take it with open arms and accept it and say, thank you so much. I appreciate it, because the scales are tipping in your favor and it's time for you to receive. And that is your message today. You are ascending higher. You've overcome a lot of lessons. You're finding the center point of your journey, and you're being asked to look backwards, stand on the peak of the mountaintop, and see how far you've traveled, and be open to receive the rewards from accomplishing a really hard lesson, a really hard goal. Yeah, come back to center. Find your stability again. Find your sense of home within, your sense of gratitude. And yeah, open your heart, pile number 3. Got good things coming your way. Ooh, took a while to get to your reading today, but it has come full circle. So if you're still with me, blessings are on the way for you, pile number 3. Woo! All right. Thank you all so much for joining me in the temple today. If you like my readings, please like and subscribe. If you would like a personal reading from me, just email me through my in the description box. My email's below. Just email me. And yeah, I'd love to hear from you all. Comment below if you feel like sharing your story. Just let me know that this reading resonated with you. I'm sending you all lots of love. Take care and have a blessed day.